Hey everyone, I'm Blake Bartlett. I'm a partner at OpenView, and we're here to talk about product-led growth, and specifically the PLG123. We're going to go through three different tabs. I just did three different tabs. We go through three different tabs and talk about what's going on in the world of product-led growth and the broader world of software right now. First off, we obviously need to address the situation with coronavirus. It's what we're all adapting to right now. And so what we're going to talk about today with the three tabs is specific responses to coronavirus that we're seeing from PLG companies and the way that PLG products are helping with this overall disruption and this transition. So with that, let's dive in. So tab number one is about Zoom. And Zoom has been a beneficiary, if that's the right word to use, of this whole situation. And that so many additional users and usage is coming from this whole massive shift to work from home and work remotely. They did have a few specific call outs. One that I wanted to highlight here on the screen is that it says, with the reliability of our high quality video platform, we have seen a large increase in the number of free users, meeting minutes, and new video use cases. For instance, in China, healthcare workers under stressful conditions in affected areas are being able to connect live on video with therapists. And so Zoom is seeing increased adoption, and they're doing the right thing as well as a company by addressing and removing some of their restrictions on their free product, especially for particular populations that are more affected by coronavirus. And we'll see how they continue to evolve that and unroll that, those pricing changes as the situation continues to develop. Moving to tab two is Loom. And Loom is also a video communication solution, but it's more about asynchronous video than it is about synchronous video conferencing. Loom recognizes that, and they're doing the right thing as a company as well, and making prices lower and removing limitations on the product so more remote work and more collaboration can happen. Now, taking a quick break from the tabs, I did want to do just a quick conversation about one of our portfolio companies. It's a little bit of a shameless plug, but it's also very pertinent and relevant to the current situation. So Slack, not one of our portfolio companies, but you'll see where I'm going in a second. Slack is, as you see here, it's the place for remote work. That's the banner, and they're seeing a lot of increased adoption as well. And if you click this book now link to learn more about Slack being the place for remote work, it lands on Calendly. And so Calendly in the OpenView portfolio is one of the key ways that many companies are adjusting to and responding to the coronavirus situation. Tab three, third and final. Here we go. So this is something that I had posted on LinkedIn recently. It's about the distribution models of SaaS and what I think will have the biggest impact from coronavirus and how to adapt to the current situation, because we all still are running businesses. We all still need to get more of our product out there and also keep our existing customers happy and engaged as well. If you think about different growth models, sales-led, traditional field sales-led, will probably have the biggest impact from the current situation. That's because people aren't getting on planes, people aren't having guests into their office for a big pitch meeting. There are no conferences or other field marketing oriented events, and so it's natural to see the impact of coronavirus on sales-led models. Marketing-led is the term that I use for really what we think about traditionally as being the state-of-the-art in SaaS distribution. It's inbound marketing fueling inside sales. And while this doesn't have the same dependencies about getting on planes and going to people's offices that traditional enterprise sales does, it still has the effect of everybody, both buyer and seller and procurement and legal and all of the various different constituents are all adjusting to the economic situation that we find ourselves in right now, potential disruptions, as well as the overall sort of shift to work from home. And so this can have a bigger impact on sales cycles and at least extend them and make them more complex to adapt to the current environment. And then if we go to product-led, so this is self-service, traditional bottoms-up motions. It's not based on humans selling to humans. It's about individual end users finding their products that solve their individual pain points. And so they can find Zoom, they can find Loom, they can find Slack, they can find Calendly, and immediately start working with those products, usually for free on a self-service basis. And even if they're paying for the product, a lot of times these are very small price points, right? So self-service is always open, and I believe that product-led will have the least disruption, at least for the time being, as far as distribution models go. Now, we obviously hope that all of this from a public health standpoint and from an economic standpoint all blows over as fast as possible. But in the interim, it's important to recognize, what can we do in terms of response to this overall situation. With that, stay safe. I encourage every one of you to practice social distancing and all of the other guidelines from our government entities and the CDC. I also recommend you to look for ways to help those in your community, those in your workplace, and stay tuned for more insights from us on LinkedIn about product-led growth and the response to coronavirus. Thanks so much, guys.